Hello, and welcome to Mode of Cosmic Therapy. I am Paula Andrea Pyle, and I am delighted to be here and have the opportunity to spend the next hour with you. Delighted. Oh, good. Delighted. How about that, Mitzi? Let's talk about that. Welcome, Mitzi. Welcome, Sandy. Okay, for any of you who have never been here before, what I'm going to do is take random words as I speak. And I may be using books. I may be using cards. I may be using parts of a song. Who knows? But when I hear a word that jumps out at me, I will be coming to this tablet and writing it down and showing how that every single solitary thing that's going to happen during this hour will be linked together perfectly without me orchestrating it. What does that mean? That means that everything in your life is just as much orchestrated, and you don't have anything to do with it as far as trying to stop it or start it. You must just simply get in touch with it. So let's just say that today, this show is going to start on the premise of delight. Now I'm going to use numerology, that's the ancient study of numbers, declaring that each letter has a vibration, and I'm going to see just what energy we're starting this show off with. What I'll be doing, all of the vowels will go up top and the consonants are down at the bottom. I will add these numbers together and get the lowest common denominator. Sometimes, and you will certainly catch me if you're smart enough and quick enough, that I don't add the numbers up right. But even in that is the point. Whatever is the number that ends up will weave its way through the entire show. But most of the time, I can add them right, accurately. All right, so we've got a 14 up here. That's a 5. We got a 7, 7, 14, 22, 24. I think we do, Mitzi. So in this show, that's a 6. But if we kept the 14, which is balance, and we all need to concentrate on more balance in our life, 24, which is music, it's also food, but I'm going to use it as music. And then when I reduce those numbers down, the 14 to the 5, and the 24 to the 6, I have an 11. And always, when we speak of 11, we speak of relationships. Now, everything in our life is based on this. Everything. We have relationships with every single solitary aspect of our lives. I've got a relationship with this black marker. It's working today too, Mitzi. I have a relationship with this pad. I have a relationship with this camera. I have a relationship with the floor, with these flowers, with everything in this room. You also have a relationship with every single solitary thing that comes into your hands, onto your body. You smell, see, feel, touch, hear, in addition to people. So what we're going to be dealing with today is the balance and music in your relationships. Okay? This is what we're going to be dealing with. How about that? How did I arrive at that particular thing? Excuse me. By and through the word delight. Now, from now till the day you leave this earth, remember that when you are filled with delight, just completely filled with it, you are in the midst of balancing the musical aspects in your relationship. Okay? Now let's go on. Let's take it a little deeper. Let's see where we're going to go from here. I think I'll use my cards, the cosmic therapy cards. And just at random, since I got a whole bunch of them here, Mitzi. Okay, there went one. Choose a number, Mitzi, tell me, so I can count it out. Whatever number you want me to do, I'm going to count it down and use that card. 23? Okay, well, I'm shuffling them halfway. There's so many, so put some of them over there, put some of them, I don't know why these flags are on here like that. Must have been the children, put some flags on there. Okay, 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's the one, 23. Now the reason, well, that's the reason we're going to say, because we never know the reason for anything. We can see with our eyes and we can make up whatever reason we want to, but there's a much bigger reason that's always going on. It's like the third silent party that's always present in every transaction. I can't imagine why my mouth is so dry, my throat. Okay, so we started the show with the word delight. You are a delight. Your life is a delight. I'm a delight. Everybody is delightful. Excuse me again. And delighted to be here. Woo! Okay. Here is the 23rd card that Mitzi said for me to pull. Remember delight. Delight. Okay? Delight. What is it? Balance. The music in your relationships. Is that not what we've said? Okay. Now, Mitzi told me to pull the 23rd card of that stack, and I did. And this card says, the air temperature and the water temperature are the same. So when you balance something, you do not have too much of anything. So there would be just the right amount of you and just the right amount of the other, and then the musical delight of that balance would be there for you both to enjoy. You know, because a lot of times, my grandmother used to say, too much of anything ain't good for nothing. And that is the truth. Because when you are too much, no matter whether that's you're trying to do too much, you're trying to say too much, you're trying to be too much, then here you are with all that energy because you want to do and say and be and okay, now that's too much. You see? Now I don't know where that other person was He or she might have been in there somewhere. Might have been. Well, he was to start with. And then here, because you're drawing from that, and you're taking that, and then you're just all, so he or she kind of gets wiped out. So the whole deal is balance. Learning how to hear the song playing. And don't sing over it. Now, what I mean by that, what I mean is, you know when you are talking too much. You know. Nobody doesn't have to tell you that. Step back. Shut up. Don't say another word. You also know those times when someone else says something and you say something and there's a gap in there. I mean, and it's great big. It's real awkward. Maybe you want to defend yourself, or maybe you want to defend another, but the gap is there. And you want to jump in and try to fill it. Make it all right. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're out of balance. You're doing too much. Let the gap be there. If you don't, and you try to rectify the situation or bring it flatter somebody because maybe someone has misunderstood what you've said, so you're going to come in here and try to correct it and try to explain what it was that was said and how you said it and what you meant, and you hope he didn't think that you said this or that or the other. This gap that's in that is created, that is natural, you're going to fall in it. You're going to fall in it. But if you be silent, just be silent for wherever and however that gap arises, it will close of itself and you'll be able to walk on solid ground. Okay, let's see what's going to come down next. Oh, we got a card. Mitzi's saying on the floor that jumped out. I forgot that. Sure did, Mitzi. Let's see how that's relevant. Okay. This is too much. Thank you, Mitzi. Because we're talking about you trying to be too much. And you know, when you get in that idea that you are too much, I mean, when you are too much, because you won't bring back the harnesses anyway, you are, what this card is saying, you're intoxicated with you. Excuse me again. Gosh, Missy, when have I ever had to drink so much water? I must be dried out. You are intoxicated with you. You believe you are special. Okay? And when you believe you are special, that's too much. That is too much. And what is the other the opposite end of special? What is the opposite end of special? Barren. It's probably not the opposite end, but because I'm so needing of water, I'm feeling barren. So let's see what barren is. Well, I'll see what special is first. Then we'll go from there. Okay? We got 14, 15. 8 and 3 is 11. 14. 29. Whenever these ideas of you feeling special, thinking you needed to be treated as special, thinking that someone has forgotten you, neglected you, abandoned you, insulted you, the only way that you could feel those things is because you think you're special and that you shouldn't be treated that way. Well, whenever you experience too much of this specialness, that number says 29, it says change directions. Become aware. That you are not special. Okay? Become aware of that. Barren, let's see. 1, 9, 9, 5, 5. So we got a 6, we got 11, 25. Release. All right, that's a 6 and a 7. So, again, that's a 13, which is death and transformation. In need of being seen, heard, felt, experienced. Too much. Okay, so let's go with the personality is going through this. This personality needs this death and transformation. You know, Paul said you die daily. And you are in need of being seen, heard, felt, and experienced. Too much. You're grand staging it. You're feeling, well, anytime, any of those emotions of jealousy and greed, anger, and, well, certainly resentment, guilt, the inability to forgive. The only